Alright guys, sorry for the very sudden transition to part 3, but my memory card decided it wasn't going to hold anything else. So I've been forced to start part 3. And I'm not sure exactly what I was saying, but I'm sure it was something awesome about wooden knuckles. So anyway, I think they're kind of cool. They're easy to make, easy to conceal, almost indetectable with, unless somebody puts you through a full body scan, which I guess they do at the airport, but in that case you can just throw it in your luggage, and someone seeing that, if it shows up, is not going to be like, oh my gosh, he's got a weapon. They're going to be like, what is that? And even if you just had it in your pocket and threw it in there, nobody's going to think, oh, this is dangerous, we need to get rid of it. They're going to think, that's an odd little wooden thing that guy keeps in his pockets, but, well, I don't know, they might ask you about it, but they're not going to say, oh, this is obviously a weapon. So they're kind of cool. And you could use it to deliver a fair amount of force to someone. Once again, it's a force multiplier. So, all these things are kind of little improvised weapons, and you can improvise your own, and that's basically what this is about. If you have a mindset where you're ready to defend yourself in a situation, you may find yourself in a situation where the only thing you have around you is a screwdriver, and you can employ that screwdriver if you need to. You may prefer not to, and you want to de-escalate that situation if at all possible. But if not, you might be able to employ something like this. And it could be something really unconventional, I mean, say you're in a classroom at a college, and you are on your laptop, typing away on your notes, or on Facebook, which I know everybody's actually doing when they say they're typing notes in college. You're sitting there typing away at Facebook, and a gunman comes into the room. Well, you can either hide under your desk, and then we'll have another Virginia Tech situation where everyone just sits there and gets shot at while the guy slowly goes around with his firearm popping people in the head. Oh, I'm out of rounds, better reload. Okay, I'll keep shooting people now, and continues to shoot the rest of your classmates. Or perhaps, if the only thing you have is your laptop, you stand up and you chuck that thing in his head as hard as you can. It's kind of hard to shoot accurately when you're getting hit in the face with objects from all around the room. If you were to throw your laptop at him and then throw anything else you have in your hands, maybe all you've got on you is a phone, and you peg that guy with a phone. I mean, yeah, it's not going to do any permanent damage, but it may be able to distract him enough that someone can get to him and stop him. So in a situation like that, something like this would come in very handy. Say you had something like this, and you've extended your reach by, a foot and a half. You can get that guy from several feet away, and if you happen to be near the door and you whip out your lock and chain and just clock the guy, you could really change the situation there. Obviously in a classroom you're not going to have something like a large tool, but you might have a ballpoint pen, and if you are able to get close to the person and all you have is a ballpoint pen, you could jam that in their neck, and that would be effective. So you have a variety of options available to you, and the key is to be innovative, and to think about these things beforehand, because if you think about, what would I do if I get in a situation like that, that is a large step forward in making yourself safer. Just thinking about self-defense and about safety in general. You make wise choices. You don't go down that dark alley at night, even though it's a shortcut. You don't, if you're a girl by yourself, you don't walk to your car in a dark parking lot by yourself, if at all possible. You do things to avoid those situations. However, if you're placed in a situation where your life is in danger and the lives of those around you are in danger, you may find yourself with no weapon. Maybe you're in a place that disarms you, and the person attacking you has a weapon, or is unarmed but bigger than you, or is, in any way trying to physically harm you. And, you have something on you You may not have a weapon as such, but you have something on you that you may be able to convert into a weapon in time of need. You know, even if you're just wearing your keys on a lanyard around your neck, and you take your keys and flail the person and then run away. You know, something like that could save your life. Or if, you know, maybe you have a little bit more time, and you have time to take your belt off, and you have a belt with a heavy buckle, like a lot of people wear, and you can hit somebody with your belt. You know, you can turn that into a flail device. Just, there's all kinds of options available to you if you take the time to think about them. And if you just think about it a little bit beforehand, there are a lot of options, and a lot of these things are very similar. You know, like this is a flail device. My keys are also a flail device. The belt is also a flail device. These things are all basically the same thing. Same concept, just a slight variation. So if you've thought about, hey, you know what, I could use my belt as a flail, and then you're like, oh crap, I'm wearing a light belt like this one, which is a real light belt. You go, oh crud, what else do I have? Oh, I've got keys, and I've got a lanyard, that'll work. Or, you know, oh, I've got my bike lock and my chain, that'll work. And you could use something of that nature. Or, you know, you're unable to carry your police baton, which you would normally carry. But you can carry a Kubaton. Okay, say you don't have your Kubaton. Oh no, what do I do without my Kubaton? Well, I've got a flashlight. That's kind of like a Kubaton. That'll multiply my force. That'll concentrate my impact. You know? Similar object. Or, I don't have a flashlight or a Kubaton, but I've got a ballpoint pen. That's the same kind of device. And all these are devices that concentrate your impact into one small area in order to do more damage. Or you have, you know, maybe you carry one of these with you. But say you don't have that. Ah, crud, what do I do without that? Well, you know, maybe you have your bike lock and not a chain. But you can still use that bike lock to deal some significant damage. And these two things can be used in a similar fashion. Once again, concentrating your impact just in a different manner in your hand around a finger rather than just held in your hand loosely. Or, well, not loosely, but held in your hand. You know, they go over your fingers, obviously. Or you don't have something like your baton, but, you know, what do I have instead of a baton? Well, maybe you can pick up a stick, you know? If I don't have a baton, but I happen to be able to find a stick somewhere nearby, I can use that. And it's not elegant, but it would work. So, there's a lot of classes of weapons that you can use, or things that you can adapt to use. You know, you have striking weapons, you have longer striking weapons, you have flail-type striking weapons. You know, all kinds of different stuff that you can employ to your purposes. If you have something like a pair of scissors, you know, you could use a pair of scissors as almost like a push dagger. So there's just a myriad of options available to you if you take the time to think about it. And if you think about this a little bit beforehand, even if you haven't thought about that specific tool, you know, I could take something like, okay, I don't have my Kubaton, I don't have this, I don't have that, what can I use? Well, this is kind of like, you know, this is kind of like a push dagger. I could use that. And you can adapt things in your situation to fit your circumstances. And if you can do that, you've taken a large step towards being able to defend yourself if you're ever in a situation where you don't have any of your conventional weapons or the weapons that you'd prefer to have. The gun, the knife, baton, something like that. So anyway, this has been JC the Sniper, and this is my third video because my memory card was full and now I'm getting towards 10 minutes again because I talk a lot. So anyway, I guess I'll wrap this video up here. JC the Sniper, talking a little bit about improvised weapons and the mindset of improvisation and its use in self-defense. JC the Sniper, signing